told my granddaddy.
Told my daddy. Told me there was a time
when that wilderness run on forever.
when the only boundary was
your own imagination.
there was
a time if then you stuck your toe in the dirt.
Buddy, you grow a foot. My mammy was a she-wolf, my daddy was a bar. I'm 200 pounds, too tall, covered over with hard. Oh, half smoke, half fire, the other half thunder. I am what you might call the a wonder. Hey, cowboys, get out of the way, you ladies, get in line. I ain't perfect, but I'm close. I'm bound in my mind. I can whip my way to wildcats and I eat me a ton of potatoes. I pour enough liquor in my mouth for a big alligator. Hey, down, boy, get out of the way, ladies, get in line. I ain't perfect, but I'm close. Well, I said upon that horn's list like a dance on my head. Pour around my neck and then I go to bed. Hey, lay down, boy, get out of the way, ladies, get in line. I ain't perfect, but I'm close. Sundown, if I'm gonna say, lay down, get out of the way, you ladies, get in line. I ain't perfect, but I'm close. Sundown, sit I'm down, if I'm down, head down, if I'm down. That same frontier spirit there.
Hard to do after a big meal. And a long airplane ride.
That they're bragging and all that stuff. Got carried to, in my family even many years later. My daddy was the interesting thing was my daddy was a coal miner. And you couldn't think of any job that probably had less glamour to it than coal mining. My daddy was the last child born on the farm, and he was the first one of the children to go out and get a job looking for wages. He said, I'd done plenty of work without getting nothing for it, but he got fed. But wages was a different thing. My daddy was going to earn wages, so he went to work in the coal mine. About $26 a day, that's the most he ever made. So he made extra money shoeing the little ponies and the mules they used there in the mines. He used to use little ponies and mules to pull the coal out of the tip of the coal. That's before they had them machines. My daddy made extra going and shoeing them little ponies and mules in the mines. Now, they may have been hard work, but they was mean too. Yes, they was. They was ill-treated and they was ill-tempered. I want you to know. They'd bite you, kick you, step on you. I had one get me up against the wall and lay on me for a while just to see if I liked that. I was scared to death of them mules. Absolutely. See, they only got to rest one day, and that's the day we showed up on doctor sores and put new shoes on and stuff. I always wanted to go because I thought my daddy, I'd followed him anywhere, but I didn't want to get near them old mules. But my daddy would go into them stalls singing. My sweetheart, mule of the mine. I can drive her without any line. On the bumper I sat and I cuss and I spit all over my sweetheart's behind. I love that song. I used to sing that. My grandma would be, I told my dad daddy was the bravest man that ever lived, and there ain't no other way it should be. I thought he was Davy Crockett and Jim Wolfe and Dan Boone all rolled into one. Lord, load more coal than any man around. I wanted to be a coal miner, just like my daddy. I wanted to be a coal miner. I love to get down there and get dirty. I'd rub that stuff in my face just to look good, you know. Love to eat them old cold egg sandwiches out of the bottom of that bucket. Oh, yeah. Loved it. But I think most of all, I just love my dad. I think that's what it was. Now, he may have been a poor man, but I want you to know that everybody called him Mister. Doctors called him Mister. Storekeepers called him Mister. And then I went to work with him one day, and I heard this man talking to him. And this man was talking to him in a way I had never heard nobody talk to my daddy. And I heard this man say, "Now look here, I don't reckon I got to drill everything into your rock-hard, thick head, do I? You're going to do things my way, mister. Now, you got any question, huh?" Buddy, I know there's going to be explosion. I was going to run. But I hear my daddy say, "No, sir. No, sir. I ain't got no question." Now, today I see it's one of the bravest things my daddy ever said.
Come all you good people, the story I will tell of how the good old Union coming here to dwell. Which side are you on? 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 They say in Harlan County there are no neutrals there. You'll either be a Union man or a thug for J.H. Blair. Which side are you on? 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 How can you stand it? Tell me if you can. Will you be a yellow dog or will you be a man? Which side are you on? 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 Which side are you on?
Tell me now.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Thousands of people that left the mountains looking for new life, looking for a better life, looking for work. They moved to Cincinnati, they moved to Detroit, they moved to Baltimore.
When I was a little girl, my mommy and daddy moved off to Detroit, hoping to find something better, went up there to work. And there was this family that lived next door to us, the Ambroses, Larry and Gwen. They had like 6 kids, and they were my best friends. Of course, I didn't notice it then, but now they tended to be better friends whenever I had enough money to go buy a candy bar. And then when the candy bar was gone, most of them were too, but I didn't care. And it was about that time I began to notice the differences in our households. Now, Mom, she worked real hard. She kept the house clean. She scrubbed us up, dressed us up, took us off to church every Sunday. And I noticed that they didn't do that. And I'd go over their house and eat occasionally. Now, Gwen, she would manage to fix us a grilled cheese sandwich or something like that, but it was like she wasn't really there. And sometimes Larry, he'd stagger in drunk. I reckon he's an alcoholic. And they had this really bad roach problem. Now, Mom, she always kept our roaches down. And then suddenly Gwen died at 33. I found out later she was a heroin addict. I never knew that. And I remember at her funeral, it was like it was the end of our childhood. Larry took the kids and left, moved off, and there wasn't nobody left to play with. And their house, it just sat empty for the longest time. It still had furniture in it, appliances and stuff like that. Some of the kids would go in there and play and carry stuff off, but it never got burned down like a lot of them other houses up there did, especially on Devil's Night. And then one day, this bulldozer showed up. Have you ever heard a bulldozer roll down concrete? That brought the whole neighborhood out. They all were following. A bunch of people were just following this bulldozer, and I come out on the front porch, and it stopped right in front of the Ambrose house. And then it just kind of turned and bounced up over the curb, lifted its big, whatever you call it, up, and it plowed the whole house down. Right in front of everybody, furniture and all. There was an old car still in the garage, and it just crushed it. This red, thin-tailed car just pushed it right over into the basement, what used to be the basement, and it rolled over that. It threw a few loads of dirt on top of it, and suddenly there was this empty lot next door. That quick. And it wasn't long after that, there was a knock at our house. It was a fella from the city. He wanted to know if we wanted to buy that empty lot. He thought maybe we could turn it into a playground for the neighborhood kids, or plant a garden. All I could think about was Larry and Gwen, and all this junk from their lives just laying there, barely covered over. I was 8 years old, and I remember thinking, man, you're crazy. You can't grow nothing there. There was a boy who lived on my street. He always was in love with me. But I turned my head, didn't have a word to say. And then I looked one day, took my breath away. So I started hanging round his door. Too late, he didn't love me anymore. When I finally understood, I walked away. But I'll never forget the lesson I learned that day. No, we can't see the forest for the trees. Can't see the water for the seas. And you've never been alone until you try to go back home. You can't see the forest for the trees. I used to dream of roaming around. I couldn't wait to leave my little hometown. I thought living in the city set me free. But every time I look